Welcome to number 31 of Chinuch at Home. Question: how do you have an activity that engages the young children, maybe even some of the older ones as well, in a kind of Torah way, but it's fun and it's engaging and we're doing this together. So I'm going to suggest an idea of a Torah Scavenger hunt. You can let your imagination really come up with lots of different versions of this, but I'm just going to offer you a simple one where you're helping the child pay attention to detail. That's a massive preparation in life in general, but especially for when learning Be'iyun, it's all about paying attention to detail. So for example, you'll take out a piece of paper and you'll give a list of different rooms in the house that they have to go to. It doesn't have to be in the order that's listed in your paper, and what they have to do in each room. You'll give them an assignment. So you go through this with the younger children who can't yet read and give them an icon so they know exactly what you're asking of them. But this can be something that really becomes a way for them to pay more attention to detail that's going on in your home, especially on a Torah way. So I'll give you a couple of examples. So for example, in Daddy's study, give them a quick tour, show them this is where Daddy keeps his shas, this is where his mishnayos are, this is his chumash, this is his nach. If they don't know what that is, you can give your description of it. But let's say, for example, if the children are old enough to understand what chumash is, you can ask them one of the questions might be, what's the name of the third book of chumash, and show them where the chumashim are. What's the second masechta in Zeroyim, where they have to fill in that name. For example, you might ask them, if it's more sophisticated, where in Bamidbar Perek Yud Beis, which pasuk and how many words did Moshe Rabbeinu daven to heal his sister Miriam? So they have to look up Kel Narafan Allah in the Perek Yud Beis. Lots of different ways to get the children searching through Daddy's study with his permission. And the Lada, for example, you can ask them to come up with a list of 5 different hechsherim. Now, depending on how you want to do this, you can have a rule where only one child can be in one location at a time. So if they arrive in the Lada and more than one kid wants to be there for a long time, you'll send them they'll have to go to a different room until the one in the Lada is finished, and then it'll be someone else's turn. But you can come up with a different number of hechsherim, or they even have to list, let's say, 3 of those names, or how many products can you find with OU on it, or how many, name 3 items which are Parev, P for Parev, and P for Pesach, and help them identify in advance. Do this in advance, show them the task that they're being asked to do, and don't do all the answers with them, but give them examples, show them where to look for the hechsher and to identify the different types of hechsherim. How many paintings are there in these 4 rooms? And how many chairs can you find in the whole house? Now, if you want to check in advance how many chairs, but you might be surprised yourself how many chairs you have in the house, in your apartment, and have the children doing all these different activities, and you arrange some sort of prize. It could be a little trip to the balcony or to the backyard, or a walk around the block, whatever it would be. But the motivation is the enjoyment that they'll have and paying attention to and figuring out the answers. What's beautiful about this is that every child is naturally curious and really wants a challenge. And this is a simple way to help kids pay attention to detail. Enjoy.